In the prestigious Oxford High School, 5 friends from wealthy families formed an unbreakable bond. Linda and Lillian are twins and heirs to a business empire. They were known for their captivating charm and identical bright smiles. Sharon, from a family of lawyers, was a bookworm with a sharp mind. Amanda, daughter of a renowned tech mogul, was a genius programmer and inventor. Lovett, daughter of a successful art dealer, was a creative force with a passion for painting. One day, they all landed in detention together, each punished for their respective pranks and mischief. As they worked on their assigned tasks, they discovered they shared privilege and similar upbringings. Linda and Lillian, used to getting attention, were drawn to Lovett's artistic talent. Sharon and Amanda, both introverts, connected over their love of science lab and technology. As they spent more time together, their differences faded, and their friendship grew stronger. Coming from families with high expectations, they supported each other through the pressures of school and family life. The 5 friends were thrill seekers, always on the lookout for their next adrenaline fix. They loved playing rough games that pushed their limits and tested their skills. Their favorite pastime was urban exploration, where they would sneak into off-limits areas, like abandoned buildings, rooftops, and hidden tunnels. They'd navigate through treacherous terrain, avoiding obstacles and security patrols. They also enjoyed extreme sports like parkour, freerunning, and street racing. Linda and Lillian, being twins, had a special bond that made them a formidable team in paintball and laser tag. Sharon, with her analytical mind, excelled in strategy games like Capture the Flag and escape rooms. Amanda, with his tech expertise, would often hack into security systems to gain access to restricted areas. Lovett, with her artistic flair, loved creating street art and graffiti in hidden corners of the city. Together, they lived for the rush of excitement and the thrill of living on the edge. The next day, the 5 friends gathered in the school cafeteria, chatting and laughing over their lunch. Lovett, looking concerned, leaned in close to the others. "Guys, I need to tell you something," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I overheard my parents talking last night about a game that's been causing a lot of trouble." "What kind of game?" Linda asked her curiously. "I'm not entirely sure," Lovett replied, "but they mentioned that it's been linked to a bunch of deaths. Apparently, people who play it become obsessed and start to do dangerous things." Sharon's eyes widened. "That sounds creepy. What's the game called?" Lovett hesitated, looking around nervously. "I don't know if I should say. My parents seemed really worried, and they want me to stay away from it." Amanda's eyes lit up with excitement. "Come on, Lovett, spill the beans. We can handle it." Lovett glanced around the canteen, making sure no one was listening. "Okay, but you have to promise not to tell anyone else. It's called The Summoning." The others stared at Lovett in disbelief, their expressions ranging from skepticism to outright dismissal. "No way, Lovett, you're just making that up," Linda said, chuckling. "Yeah, right, a game that's killing people." "That's just ridiculous," Lillian added, rolling her eyes. Sharon shook her head. "Lovett, you're always coming up with wild stories. This one's just too far-fetched." Amanda snorted. "You're not serious, are you?" "Summoning. Sounds like some cheesy horror movie title." Lovetta's face fell, hurt by her friend's disbelief. "I'm telling you, I heard my parents talking about it. They were serious, and they seemed really scared." But the others just laughed and teased her, making jokes about her active imagination and desperate need for attention. Lovett's protests were met with more doubts, and soon the conversation moved on to other topics, leaving her feeling frustrated and isolated. The others, still teasing Lovett, decided to take their criticism to the next level. "Okay, Lovett, if you're so sure about this game, let's make a bet," Amanda said, a mischievous grin spreading across her face. "Yeah, if it's true, we'll all apologize and admit you're right," Lillian added, her eyes sparkling with amusement. "But if it's a lie, you have to kiss." Amanda paused, looking around the canteen before pointing to a student in the corner. "Bruno." The others burst out laughing at the suggestion, and Lovetta's face turned bright red with embarrassment. Bruno was indeed one of the ugliest students in school, with a reputation for being awkward and annoying. Lovett protested, "That's not fair. You guys are just trying to humiliate me." But the others were relentless, egging her on to accept the bet. Lovett, feeling trapped and desperate to prove her point, finally agreed. "Fine, I accept your stupid bet. But if I'm right, you guys have to apologize and admit you were wrong." The others cheered and high-fived each other, boldly confident that Lovett would lose the bet. In the hours of darkness, Lovett couldn't shake off the feeling of disgust and embarrassment as she thought about kissing Bruno. The idea of kissing him was unbearable. Her mind was racing with thoughts of the bet and the humiliation she would face the next day. She decided to take matters into her own hands and do some research on the game that had started it all. She pulled out her laptop and began to browse, searching for any information she could find about the summoning game. As she scrolled through websites and forums, she started to realize that there was more to the game than she had initially thought. Players were sharing their experiences, talking about strange occurrences and unexplained events that had happened after playing the game. Some even claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their rooms. Lovetta's heart raced as she read through the post. As the night wore on, Lovett became more and more engrossed in her research, determined to uncover the truth behind the game and the mysterious forces that seemed to be at work. Lovett woke up the next morning, feeling triumphant and relieved. She had uncovered the secret of the summoning game and was now confident that she could play it without risking any further humiliation or danger. As she got ready for school, she felt a sense of determination wash over her. The drive to school was filled with anticipation, her mind racing with scenarios and outcomes. She knew her friends would be waiting for her, eager to see her kiss Bruno, but she was prepared. She took a deep breath, her heart pounding with excitement and a hint of nervousness, as she marched into the fray, ready to face whatever the day might bring. As the final bell rang, signaling the end of the school day, the friends gathered in the parking lot, eager to embark on their adventure. They had all bought the necessary items, flashlights, snacks, and foods. They settled into their seats and the excitement was palpable. As they embarked on their quest and journeyed deep into the forest depths. When they finally arrived at the haunted house, the group couldn't help but feel a sense of fear and nervousness. The group hesitated, no one wanting to take the lead, but Lovett, gathered courage, stepped forward, and with that, she pushed open the creaking front door, and they stepped into the unknown.